Hello everyone, how are you doing today? Today I'm going to be playing with my hair. I love the sound of hairbrushes and I don't have a model, so I'll just be playing with my own hair. And yeah, so let's get started. So first, I've got my hair up in this really sloppy bun. So first I need to take my hair out of a bun. If you guys can't tell, I have a lot of hair. It's extremely thick, and I don't know if any of you have thick hair or have thick hair problems, but I know that my hair ties, they always end up breaking, and the elastic breaks in my hair ties, so I go through them quite quickly. So I have a couple of different hairbrushes that I'm going to be working with today. First, it's not a brush, but I have my comb. So there's one. And then I also have this soft bristle brush that I'll be using. Next, I have this round brush. And then last, I have this big, giant, flat brush with really thick, stiff bristles. So, let's see. This comb, I don't really ever use a comb. I let my hair naturally part itself, but I figured I might be able to play around with some funny different parts. So I know a lot of people, oh, this is silly, part their hair down the middle. For me, I think this looks really bizarre and strange. So I don't, and it also, if you ever put your part in where you don't normally have your part, it can feel really strange on your head. So this definitely feels really weird. I don't like it very much, so I'm not going to keep that. When I play with my hair, it naturally parts all the way over here. See that? It's a really natural part. So the next brush that I have, the first actual brush, it's this. It's a Revlon brush, and it's this really pretty, I don't even know what color this is, but I like it. It's got these little hand grips on it. And then it's plastic up here. And then these bristles. Oh, you'll have to excuse the hair in there. Oops. Let me get some of that out. There we go. So these bristles are extremely soft, and there's a lot of them. There's so many. So because this is such a thick brush, it doesn't really work that well on my hair because there's too much of it and too much of this. So they don't really go together. And I know sometimes when I do brush my hair with this, sometimes it has a tendency to make it really frizzy. So if you know what this brush is for, then you're ahead of me because I really don't know. And it doesn't really do too much. I think if you had thinner hair, this might work for you, but it doesn't really work with my very thick hair. But one thing it does do is it makes your hair a little extra shiny, which I do like that. But other than that, it doesn't really get into the root of my hair. It can't penetrate all of this thick hair that I have. See, I have a lot of it, and it's really long too. See, I can't even fit it all in the frame. So, I used to have really short hair, but I cut it all off to about right here about 5 years ago, maybe 6 now, and I kept it short for about 2 years, and then I remembered how much I missed having long hair, so I think for the past 3 or 4 years I've been growing it out. It's getting so long now that I should probably stop, but I'm at this point where I've been growing it for so long that I almost don't want to stop growing it out. I kind of want to see how long I can get it, but at some point I know I'm going to have to cut a little bit off. Alright, so now we're going to move to my favorite brush out of all of them, which is this soft bristle brush. It's got the hard plastic bristles, but they're very movable. So this brush right here, it's got the oval shape in black. It is by Conair, and this brush is best for getting tangles out of your hair. So I used to only have one brush and I would use it all the time. I think it's one of those blow dry brushes that's got all of the holes in the back of it, and it's a hard plastic. And I was using that brush for so long, and I realized that it was ripping out so much of my hair, and I noticed every time that I brushed my hair, it would almost be full of hair, and I never really knew the importance of having the right brush for the hair that you have. So I recently just threw that brush away because I was sick of seeing so much hair in it. And I went out and I looked for the right kind of brush. And that's when I found this one. And I'm so glad I did because it's actually made a huge difference in how my hair looks and feels. And it's surprising that a hairbrush can do that, but it really can. Get some long brushes in there. Always happens. My ring. I have really small fingers, but I have bigger knuckles, so my ring always likes to slide to the side. But then you can see, know, it stays straight when it's on the knuckle, but nobody wants to wear a ring on your knuckles. That would be silly. I also love just running my fingers through my hair. It feels so good to play with your hair. It's very relaxing. I hope you guys can hear this. I'll get it a little bit closer. Alright, so the last hairbrush that I want to use is this big flat brush. Like I said, it's got those big thick bristles. I love the sound. I like tapping too. Do you guys like tapping? I like it in moderation. So, the reason I love this brush is because the thick bristles make it feel like you're massaging your head. You're giving your head a nice massage every time you use it. Oh, looks like I still have a couple tangles in the back. That's okay. This one makes the most noise too. Oh my goodness, it sounds so great. It feels really good too. I wish I could brush your hair with it. You would love it. I also heard that it's really good to brush your hair and to use a brush like this on your scalp. I'm not sure if it's true or not, but I've heard that it can promote hair growth because it stimulates the hair follicles. That could be a myth, I'm not sure. If anything, you should do it just for how good it feels. Even if you're a guy, just go buy a hairbrush and start brushing your hair or your scalp if you don't have any hair. It feels really good. You guys see my Fitbit? It's telling me what time it is. Let's see. Alright guys, I think that's good. Bye guys. Have a good one.